Welcome to CarbonCraft X.
I'm Lloyd, and today we're going to demonstrate how we test the carbon fibre top tube of a bike frame for damage that isn't immediately visible. We'll be using cutting-edge technology to spot damage before it becomes apparent on the surface. Let's set the stage. This bike frame has already been involved in a strong head-on collision and is completely irreparable. The extra good news is the rest of the frame is perfect for testing. And we've confirmed this through inspections that it's in solid condition for our tests, with one exception being this small delamination here, which we detected using ultrasound. Here's the setup. We'll be dropping the hammer from predetermined heights onto the top tube, which is resting on the surface here. We have a simple tape measure. We're not aiming for perfect scientific results. We're aiming for a general feel for how it would be at home or out on the road or out on the trails. So what we're trying to replicate is what happens if you drop your bike and it hits a rock, it hits the sidewalk. It's an indication of what's going to happen. In addition to the camera setup, we have our borescope, which is currently positioned inside the frame. And we're also going to have a digital microscope to check it. After each drop, we're going to be running a full ultrasound scan on the area that was impacted. Let's get it going. This is 40 centimeters, double the height from the last drop. Let's give it a go. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Yikes. Could be an expensive episode.
Looking at number 2 after the drop, we don't see too much issue. Zooming in further, we then have a look at the paint and we're still not seeing any major issues with the surface. Ultrasound test 2, and we find yet another delamination slightly to the left where you see the paint chip. It's roughly the same size as in test 1.
It's time to cut through the tube. I hate doing this. No carbon frame should ever go out this way, but this is for research. Let's start. Okay, time for cut number 2. It's going to be at the edge of the tube here so that we have one continuous top tube. The previous cut is already complete. Nothing left to do but to do it. Last. There we go. Okay, so we have our carbon fibre top tube here. We're now able to look at cross-sectioning it. This will give us the ability to have a look at the actual carbon fibre itself and see just how bad those cracks, fractures, flaws are. And we'll have a look at that with the digital microscope. Before that, let's clean the mess up, and then we can start. So we have the top tube here, and we have our oversized saw blade guide. We're going to be taking our carbon fibre blade and cutting in through here. Let's do it. One down. Whew. Perfect. We have our cross sections. We will be sanding these down.
A quick side note here. Looking inside the cross section, we can see small ridges and bumps along the inner walls. This is very common in carbon fibre bikes and does not degrade the integrity. It is usually a result of hand layup and excess resin combined with some folds or wrinkles in the bladder during manufacture.
Now we're going to try to grind down or perfect the surface of the cross section of each of these pieces of carbon. We've got a number of special grinding discs. I'll show you those right now.
Okay, so these are the grinding discs. These guys are diamond tipped or diamond impregnated grinding discs. Number 2, let's have a look under the microscope. With a bit of pressure, we've now revealed exactly what the ultrasound had detected. Right here is where we said it was, and what you can see here is a very clear fracture. Now this has to be going through some layers of carbon fiber. It's about 1 millimeter, which is what we were able to detect. Let's look at the other half of number 2. All right, so here's the other half of numero 2. You can see here now that there has been some actual compression damage to the carbon. So you see there's a gap right there between the paint layer and the carbon. That is a very classic case of compression damage from where the hammer hit. We have some pressure. And we can see that that delamination or crack has formed there. So it's equal on both sides. Again, this is something you simply cannot see from the outside. The paint layer itself is in good condition. So looking again at the paint layer over here, so that's where it was. You can see that visually there's nothing wrong with it, but there is a crack. This is ultra conclusive in terms of, does ultrasound work? Yes. Can it detect small fractures? Yes, we got down to 1 millimeter as we saw earlier with number 1. Can it detect stuff that's not visible on the top? Yes. Can it detect things that are not visible internally? Yes. This technology is perfect for the application of carbon fiber bike testing. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. The conclusion today is very clear. Even from 20 centimeters, you can get, as we've seen, very minor fractures within the carbon fiber structure itself. Something that is still relatively okay to ride on, but something we'd have to monitor over time. And of course, as we've seen, everything from there on being 40 centimeters, 60 and 80 centimeters, especially you see carnage, fractures that cross through between matrix layers, so that's through the layers of carbon fiber, and all sorts of depth as well, from the absolute surface all the way through to the other side of the material. It's been a very eye-opening experience, and I can't say thanks enough for watching. If you have any questions or thoughts or suggestions for what we can do next, please drop those in the comments. I'm excited to explore some new videos with you guys too. Until then, have a great day. Bye.